Hi everyone, I'd like to thank you for your participation thus far in the Independent Hair Growth Study by Avena Palmore. I want to let you know this is an update that follows the previous update, which was on June 6th, where I shared with you all where we stand in the project at that time. And so this is going to piggyback what I have already shared with you on June 6th. So in the message that I sent out on June 6th, I had expressed to you guys how I acknowledge that Google Groups was a little challenging in terms of getting all the communication that I want to get to you without it being overwhelming for some people receiving notifications in their email boxes. A lot of people just want to hear from me because when I send a message, it's going to be instruction. A number of you had been receiving chat into your inbox, and that was very disruptive for you. And for that reason, we lost several participants who were just so aggravated. So I'm working really hard to make sure the communication lines are more acceptable and easier to work with. Now, normally I would just ignore something that's not meant for me, but for some people, I don't know how their interaction with their inbox was, but for some people, it was really very distracting. So I've addressed that. I've changed the delivery of email for the entire group to no email. So whatever chatter does take place in the chat room should not come to your inbox. Eventually, what I'd like to do is make it possible for us to have an opportunity to chat via another platform. I'm still testing it out. I'm still leery of the way that there are some things that I want to be able to do. And right now, the best environment for community communication and chatting is Facebook. So let me address Facebook really quickly. With Facebook, I need to make sure that you're all active participants in the Facebook group. There's an agenda that we are, working on the study, so it's not just a regular hangout of ladies who have natural hair. There are plenty of other groups for that. I need all of the individuals who are in the Facebook group to actually be active participants. And so in order to verify that you are active participants, just excuse the noise in the background. In order to verify that you are active participants, what I did is I submitted, I put out this Facebook request form for you all to fill out your information. So guess what happened? I got all these responses. I said, yes, now I can just pull the data that I need and start to, adding people to the group. Unfortunately, it slowed down very quickly because number one, either the people who filled out the form forgot to share with me their actual Facebook name, so it didn't match, or they never requested to be on Facebook, so I had to go back and send them an email and let them know they needed to request that, even though that was on the form, the link was on the form. There were people who said yes, they filled out the assessment forms, and when I went through all the checks and balances, there were forms that were not completed, so I had to go back and send them emails and say, please complete these forms, and then they didn't have the links to the forms, so I had to send the links to the forms. I had several individuals who, remember when I asked you for your alternate email address, and I said if you've only used one email address, that's fine, you can put that there, but I need to have all of your alternate addresses for alternate email addresses, so that way I can find and verify that you've completed what you need to complete. So there were individuals who said, yes, I've only used one email account, and sure enough, they did have an alternate email account, and I had to turn into a detective to track this information down before going back and forth with you all. So these are the types of things that I'm running into. It's not easy as 1, 2, 3, which it should be, because I can simply work very fast when I have all of the information provided to me and that is accurate. So that's been the slowdown. I really want to get as many of you in the Facebook group that want access to the Facebook group, because that way you'll be able to communicate with each other. I know I owe a response to one of you who actually does not have a Facebook account but wants to be a part of the Facebook group. And if you don't have a Facebook account but you want to be a part of the Facebook group, you need to create an account. How you can go about creating an account with as minimal information, I don't know right now. I just don't have the manpower to search that out. But I encourage you, if you really want to be a part of the Facebook group and you've submitted your request to be a part of the Facebook group through the form, but not online because you don't actually actively have a Facebook account, create one. You can't use your daughters, you can't use your husbands, you can't use another family member's Facebook account, because it needs to be the person who's a part of the group. The information that we are sharing is just for the group, for the people who are part of the study. Okay, so that's Facebook. A number of you had asked if the photos you submitted were received and you wanted to receive confirmation. I got several emails about that. And so what I've put together is a PDF form that you can now scroll through. I put it by name, first and last name, but it's going to be in alphabetical order by first name. You're going to see some names that are similar because there are a couple of you who have the same name. Then there are also a couple of you who've submitted more than once because you chose the wrong photo and you had to go back in and do that. So, but please look through. It's like 15 or 16 pages, and just scroll through. If you see your name, then that's your confirmation that I have received your photos. A number of you had wanted to add your Gmail account, add a Gmail account to the group in order to make it easier for you to access the forms. I put that on hold for a couple of reasons. Number one, you don't actually need a Gmail account to complete the forms. All you need to do, if it's asking you to sign in, all you need to do is take the link and put it into your browser, and then you'll be able to access it without having to register with Google. However, I understand that not everyone understands how to do, those things. Like, what is a browser, Urbana? I don't even know what a browser is. What do you mean? What link? What? So I will go ahead and approve those requests to join the group, but I just need to make sure who's who. I have a lot of people who still want to join the study who came after the fact. I need to make sure these aren't new people. I also need to make sure those people who have not continued on with their participation but have not actively communicated to me that they don't want to be a part of the group, I need to make sure I know who they are so I can remove them. It's very difficult to remove someone who's just sitting back and just watching everything go by but doesn't say, hey, I have no intentions of participating, but I haven't requested to be removed from the group and I haven't unsubscribed. So it's just, bear with me. I'm still just trying to confirm who's actually in the group, who the members are. So far, what's helped me is the request for Facebook has really helped me to get down to the checks and balances that I need to know who's in the group. There is another form that I want to put out there, but I just want to get past this Facebook thing, and then I will submit another form for you guys to complete that just I'm an active participant of the group. Has nothing to do with Facebook. But I just want to let the Facebook form just lay low with the Facebook form for now and just keep it at that. And I don't want to have too many forms outstanding at the same time. Another update is the website development. So right now the infrastructure for the study is in transition. As I stated to you earlier, the Google Groups was initially a way for me to build the membership and have access or have a way of contacting you with information. Since a number of you are in different countries, this is all remote for everyone. I recognize that there needs to be a different platform that's going to be more user-friendly for everyone to just go to and get the information. So I do have some resources. I've had some wonderful people making some recommendations to me for how we can accomplish this. I'm still testing those things out, and it looks very, very, very good. So I'm hoping to have that available soon. But when you're doing something good, sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than anticipated, but we are still moving along. Okay, so now that I've recognized that the Google group is good for me to be able to communicate with you, but not necessarily the best environment for you to get all of your instruction, definitely not for your instruction, definitely not the best environment for chat. There are at least two places where we could do chatting. There's the Facebook and there's the other app that I'm checking out that looks very promising, but the environment where you guys get your instruction, that's another thing. So a number of you have, this is a holiday season. This is, people are going on vacation, people are going on holiday, and you come back and you're like, hey, should I be doing something? So far, the only thing I've asked you to do is 3 assessment forms, a photo submission, and to sign off on the consent to participate. Those are the 5 things that I've asked you to do. We are officially in the study. We are officially in phase 1. We have now, submitted the baseline length check photos. The next thing I need for you to do is, it's actually on me. You've done something, you've submitted your photos. So the next step is on me. I am reviewing the photos, and I'm also trying to put together a presentation. So in order to present to you guys, the pictures, again, because we're in a remote locations, right? I'm putting together a video, and I'm just going to go through each and every picture, and I'm going to talk about the pictures that I have received. This way, this is just the first way that I'm reaching out to all of you. Later on down the line, I do hope to put into place other ways that I can reach out to you more in smaller groups and talk with you, perhaps even via a FaceTime or over a conference call. But that's later down the line. Right now, I'm still confirming who's actively participating in the group, right? But yeah, all of you have submitted your baseline photos, your length check. I'm so thankful. You guys did a great job. There are some that need some improvement. There are some that I had some questions about. So I'm going to go through each one by one. It's going to be lengthy because there are about just over 2,000 pictures that I need to go through. So the presentation, I need to do it via Periscope so that I can actually upload the video into YouTube and make it available for you, for all of you to view. So that is something I'm actually working on today. A number of you have asked, you've done your check-in, you want to make sure that you're not behind anything, you're not missing anything. So guess what? This is another thing that I'm working on. I'm trying to get a virtual assistant who can develop for me a report that draws or merges all of the data, all of the forms where I've gathered information from you, so I can verify on one form that everything up to date is received, and that way only those individuals who have not submitted anything or has something missing, those are the individuals I will reach out to and just let you know, hey, I need you to submit something. But if you've submitted everything, then you are good. But then there are those of you who have submitted everything, you're good, and you still have this sense of, well, should I be doing anything, or did you get everything? Okay, so I'm trying to find a way that I can communicate that to you very swiftly, because a lot of you really want to know. You want to make sure that you're up to date with all of your material, and so do I. So I will put together a way to communicate that to you, but for now what I need to do is create this form, which I know it can be done. If I had more time and more, I would actually create it myself. But it's a report that draws all of my forms together, all of my responses, everything, and puts it in one place, and then I can just scroll down and be like, yes, yes, yes. And so when I receive those emails, I can just say, yes, you're good. Yes, you're good. All right. So, but for now, that's something that's on my end that I need to do, and I will be in contact with you for certain. But if you think you haven't completed something, please, by all means, go ahead and complete it. So that was the what should I be doing now? Now I have so much on my plate. So I'm creating the website. I am creating, so a lot of it falls on me. A lot of it is me. But guess what? This is phase 1. You are all still in your home environments. I'm not asking anyone to come check in here in New York City. You don't have to do anything other than what you are doing now. The purpose of me submitting or having you complete the assessment forms is so I can actually review certain things about you, and then I can later ask you more questions. So in phase 1, this is the where you are now phase. There are some things I will be sharing with you, but for right now, you do not need to change anything. A number of you did ask me, because you are taking vitamins, if you need to stop taking the vitamins. And I shared with you all, if you've been taking the vitamins for a considerable amount of time, I don't want you to change anything for the study. It's those specific individuals who looked at a vitamin and said, hey, I'm going to start taking this, and just started taking it just before the study. And you reached out to me. You've already reached out to me, those of you who had this question. And I said to you, because you haven't already been taking the vitamins for a considerable amount of time, would you mind holding off, until we get into phase 2? Because in phase 1, I don't want you changing anything necessarily about your lifestyle. Granted, this is going to be a time of learning, a time of getting to know certain things. I would like to get to the phase where we have those who have expertise in certain things sharing information, certain people sharing their background experience using certain vitamins and different things that are working for them, perhaps in their hair routine. And then I also have my own put of things that would be helpful to you. But I need to get to a place where I can, number one, solidify and improve the levels of communication. And number two, make it so that you can get to the information that you need and you already know that you're up to date, so you don't have to send me an email asking if you're up to date. I want to have the structure in place on my website where you log in and it says you have this to complete. And if you don't have anything to complete, then you are in good standing. That's the level that I want to get this to. So bear with me when you're breaking new ground. Sometimes you come across roadblocks or obstacles or anything, that slows down the progress, but that's okay. We are still moving ahead because this study is going to be done. If it's done with 500 people, if it's done with 400 people, I'm doing the study. So those of you who are really enthusiastic and excited about following through and completing the study with me, I know you're going to hang in there with me. Just know that I'm behind this 100%. Any issue, any obstacle that comes up, I know that there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So trust me, I have the will, I have the drive, I have the passion to get this done, and I will find the best way to make it happen. Okay, so trust me, I will continue to work on this diligently. Another thing that I want to bring to the group is teams. Right now, I have my own team. I have a team of individuals that I reach out to for input, for feedback before I send out everything to the entire group. I want all of you to be a part of a team. And so putting together that team, figuring out the best team for each one of you to be a part of that's going to be beneficial for you and your hair journey during this year-long study is something else that I'm working on and hope to have, put together pretty soon, so you guys have a level of community within a specific team in addition to the entire group. I don't want you to be cliquish and be like, okay, well, you're not a part of my team. No, we are all one group, but I want you to have that team so you have a sense of community, and I want to make it so that there could be team leaders. If you're interested in being a team leader, reach out to me and let me know. Team leaders would be those who would be taking your questions from your team. And if you already know the answer, you would provide that answer. And if it's something that you can't answer and needs to come to me, then a team leader would reach out to me. And that would greatly reduce the number of emails that come into my inbox, and that way I can continue to work on those other things that are going to make this study flow more seamlessly for all of you. So teams, think about it. I also wanted to share with you guys, in addition to a number of you who are going to be taking vitamins, guess what? I'm going to be taking vitamins as well. Starting in phase 2, I need to start taking vitamins. I actually need to start taking vitamins now, but I'm going to hold off specifically until phase 2 because that's when we introduce something new into our journey, right? And so I need to take vitamins specifically for my nails. I have some serious issues with my nails that I'm hoping, as a doctor recommended, the vitamins will help to strengthen my nails. And so I also have, I have my fingernails because I'm in water all the time with, with my work. So I have, my nails get a lot of, they get wet a lot. They're very soft and they break easily. And then on my feet, because I run, I actually have trauma to my toenails, and there's no fungus or anything like that. My dermatologist already checked it for me, but I do need to take some vitamins to help strengthen my nails on my toes and on my hands. So, but I'm gonna wait until phase 2 to introduce vitamins specifically that are for the nails that also help with the hair and the skin. Whenever you take vitamins, they tend to work together on those 3 areas. And so I need to be able to establish my baseline, my what my hair is doing over the course of the first 3 months, just like the rest of you in phase one, and then start to see the impact that introducing those vitamins into my regimen will have on my body, my nails, and my hair, and my skin. So I look forward to participating with you guys throughout the study as well. I think I covered everything in this update. If anything else comes up, I'll be sure to reach out to you, but at least you will have some form of update from me at least once per week. So thank you, everyone. I really, truly appreciate your participation. To recap, confirmation that your photos were received. I will send a document with the names of individuals whose photos were received for your review. Number 2, Facebook. Adding new members is slow due to some inaccuracies or missing steps, but I will continue to approve as quickly as I can. Number 3, adding alternate Gmail accounts. I will add your additional email accounts when I can verify you are an active member of the group. Number 4, I'm working on the website. You will need to log into the site, and once you log in, you will be able to see the status of your assignments, such as assessment forms and photo submissions. Number 5, Phase 1 is June 1st through August 31st. You do not need to change your lifestyle. I will be reviewing your current routine that impacts your hair, and imagine for however many number of you that I'm going to be doing that for, so I will share my recommendations for you to implement in Phase 2. Number 6, teams will be formed. Team leaders are needed, so please let me know if you'd like to be a team leader. Number 7, I will be taking vitamins to help improve my nails, starting in Phase 2, which begins, as I said before, in September 1st. And then finally, you can anticipate updates at least once per week. The next thing you will receive from me will be the presentation of the baseline length check photos. I had hoped to do it today, but it's getting really late, so I will try to get to that later this week or as soon as I possibly can. But that will be the next thing you'll receive from me. Thank you.